horses, from young horses to novice horses to... Ooh! She had a big kick into that. Rode that exceptional. She just landed over the parallel and spooked a bit, and brilliant riding from Laura. And she's keeping him going. Now you can see that the horse is a little bit imbalanced for the two fences after that. And that's forward riding that's keeping this horse going.
It's interesting. Laura's always praising her horses as the ones that do the job, but she's such a fantastic jockey.
Yeah, she responded very quick there and positive, which is what all riders need to do when you get a bit of a hiccup. She's only got this last line to do now. And she'll be very fast in the jump off. Will she go on 4? No. That's a good round, clear. Another one into the jump off, Steve.
Yes, it is, and it is a quick time in that first round. It certainly bodes well for round 2 for Laura Rennick, Limelight de Brave. Gemma Plumley now. Gemma with Lutine de Chamois. Gemma, who's been part of championship teams at the Europeans and the Young Riders this season. Silver medal for her. Kind of form indoors.
Well, these young riders are really stepping up to the mark. I think for too long in the past, some of the young riders just kept the young riders classes, and this is where they're going to gain the most experience. Obviously a great family history of top class show jumping with Debbie Johnsey in the 1976 Olympics.
Yes, Mother Debbie is one of the youngest riders we've ever sent to an Olympic Games. Oh, that one goes down. Also Gemma's Aunt Claire, also very much a part of the training team. Father Gary, an ex-footballer, very much a sporting heritage.
I was unlucky over the plank. It was a good round. And this horse has a lot of scope. Just the last 3 fences to go. She surely will be one of our future Nation Cup riders again, and another potential for 2012 if she gets the right horse.
Well, just the one down. Those planks go down for Gemma Plumley and Lutine de Chamois, so they go out on 4.
I think the horse was a little bit lazy there. I don't think he should have had that fence.
Well, I'm sure she'd like it taken back, but unfortunately not, so 1 down. Joe Whitaker now, Desdemona. This is a little horse that really can fly. Guy was talking about little horses that can speed around this course. This could be one of the favourites.
He's a great jockey, taking on the Whitaker tradition. It looks like a 14-2 going around these big fences, and Joe rides him exceedingly well.
Yes, Joe, brother of Ellen Whitaker. Just to bring it within the whole family tree.
Some of these octas, being the parallels with the back bars, are a long way for this little horse. This will be a stretch for him. He jumps it no problem. Loads of scope for a little horse, and as careful as a cat.
He's won some very big Grand Prix in the past. National Grand Prix Championship again at Stafford, which Ellen took this year. He's won a number of international Grand Prix, both home and abroad. The International Grand Prix at Towns a couple of seasons ago.
Big parallel coming out. Come on, Joe. Get in a jump off. Yep. He'll be certainly quick against the clock.
Yes, he is. And if you take a look at the time in the first round as well, just over the 68 seconds mark as well. That was round about Laura Rennick's time. 2 very quick riders on course. Sarah Lynch now, Lavinda. This horse been with Sarah some time now. Very established combination. Sarah based not too far from Arena UK in Leicestershire.
Di Body's built a very good course because there's alternatives of different strides, and she's got long distances into short distances, and it means that the riders have to have supreme control over the horse as well as balance, because if they push forward and go onto the forehand, then they lose the balance and probably will have the next fence down. So sometimes when you see a combination have a fence down, it may be caused by at least 2 fences, if not 1 fence before.
It's all stringing it together as part of the whole package from that point of view.
Absolutely. Very clever course building.
Well, Athleticism and brain required all the way around. Just got away with that one.
You see, he's just getting a bit buzzy here, putting his head up in the air. She's just trying to calm him, make sure she jumps this clear. That was better. Yep.
2 down, 8 faults for Sarah Lynch and Lavinder to complete their round.
Now watch how big this horse jumps into the parallel and gets too close to the second part and just can't get the height because he was too close.
Well, Scott Brash now into Toy Z, another one that's been in Grand Prix contention this year, won the Grand Prix out in Northern Ireland, Balmoral at the International there back in May. Also won a very big class at the Great Yorkshire, so certainly used to big jumping tracks.
Well, I haven't seen much of Scott ride, but I have in the last couple of weeks, and I've been very impressed. He's very stylish and sees a good stride.
I think the other thing to remember is Scott's produced these horses as well. He's taken them right through the ranks. He's taken them through the Horse of the Year Show Young Horse classes and now right up to the top level.
And that's really pleasing for him and for other people. There's not enough riders nowadays that can bring on young horses through to the top level. And that can be caused by people not having the bottle to jump 1.50 m, or just that they haven't got the capabilities in strength or determination at that level.
Horses and riders for courses at the end of the day.
Absolutely. But there are a lot of good riders that bring on horses up to 1.30 m, 1.40 m that then should go on to better riders. And Scott's one of the definite young riders for the future.
Yes, could another Grand Prix be going Scott's way? We wait and see. Very exciting evening and lots of VIPs all around Arena UK.
We've had a chance to look at the course. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, frightening, terrifying, yes. Glad it's not me. I'd happily watch from the sidelines, but I'm glad I'm not involved with it.
Well, it's nice to see you supporting our sport of show jumping, but do you have an involvement yourself on a personal basis?
Well, I do ride horse a bit, yeah, but not at this level, that's for sure.
Yeah. So not tempted to come out here then have a go?
I'm not tempted to come out here and have a go. What about you?
Oh, I could be tempted if I had a bit more time to do a bit more training. Thank you very much for talking to us. Enjoy the evening.
Well, I find that very interesting because I'm training to take my UK Level 3 coaching certificate, and when I get it I will be very pleased to teach Suzanne to try and jump this size fences.
Yes, we'll see what the pair of you can come up with.
And whether she's got the minerals.
Right, Guy Williams, he's certainly got everything about him. Torinto van der Middelstede. Again, a horse that's joined his string in the last 12 months. Oh, gosh, has he got a tune out of it.
As I mentioned earlier, that you watch, the more the horses are balanced with the rider, the better they're jumping. Once the horse gets unbalanced, he has a fence down. And so far, Guy is perfectly balanced, in control, and going well. Oh, let's put the voodoo on Guy.
Absolutely. But you're absolutely right now. I mean, he's been going very well all season. And you watch with Guy, whether he's going at speed or whatever sort of class he's in, that balance is just there all the time, isn't it?
Yep. And you have to have it when you go against the clock. There's a lot of people that can ride at a certain speed, but the minute you increase that speed, then it is even more that the training and the coaching comes in so that you can keep control of your horse.
And Guy can certainly do that. He unfortunately has 2 down, total of 8 faults with Torinto van der Middelstede.
Just took the wall out behind there.
Ellen Whittaker now, Quarterflex Cancelliere. It's certainly not a new ride for her. It's one she's built up a very strong partnership with over a number of years now. Occasionally brother Joe taking the ride as well, but it's Ellen in the saddle tonight, and we're already clear on Ocolado. Can she take yet another through to the second round?
Well, the interesting thing is Ellen's got 3 in this, and she's got 2 clear at the moment. But sometimes having too many in the jump off can be a negative as you're rushing from one horse to the other. So we'll have to see what happens in the jump off, especially if she gets this 3rd one clear.
Almost sort of no good job in all 3 of them, rather than better than to be concentrating on one if you can and get the job right.
Yeah, two normally seems okay, but if you have 3 and there's only 12 in it, you've only got 4 between each, if you're lucky that is, between each horse going in, and Whether that's enough preparation, we'll wait to see. But Ellen is a very capable rider and one of our best lady riders in the world. So if anybody can cope with it, she can. And just to prove that theory wrong, in the scope final of the Grand Prix, she did win with 3 in the jump off. So could she do that again, Steve?
Well, she could well do. She goes clear on Cordaflex Conciliaire for Ellen Whittaker. And once again, the commentary team proved wrong. It's not a new thing. Jeff Luckett now, he's going to try and get another through, goes on Pjort. And he's one that we certainly have seen in the past take several through to a jump off and get the very best results.
Well, Jeff just floating down on this horse. He's a buzzy horse, but a lot bigger than his other horse. And this interesting line here, long 3 strides, big parallel, long 3, 1, 2, 3. And because he's jumping in over a parallel, it makes it short coming out over the vertical, but no problems for Jeff there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Jeff went on 5 and 6 strides in between those 2 fences. Now over the parallel, 4 strides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Short inside, 1 stride. Flies over the top of it. Now this is normally 6 strides after the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going on even strides on this horse. Some people have been putting the extra ones in. Now what will he do to the last? 1 stride inside this double. 1 ping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great round, another clear for Jeff.
Well, we're counting the clears. Clear round for Jeff Luckett and Pjort, so he goes through. And we really are going to be in for a flyer of the jump off because Jeff is very quick against the clock, as is this next one. Robert Smith bringing forward the grey Kalusha. Now, if this combination can go through, well, it's going to be pedal to the metal for the rest of you. Last combination to go in the first round of this Grand Prix. Robert Smith, Kalusha.
Well, he wouldn't have done many shows because the indoor season has only just started. And as Robert said earlier in his interview, he's more of an indoor expert, this horse. Normally extremely careful. And Robert, obviously very fast rider against the clock.
Yeah, this is a horse that's taken him to World Cup qualifying wins all over the world, including at the London International Horse Show at Olympia.
Oh, Kalusha's always got his ears back. He doesn't look like he's very interested, but he's certainly got a lot of scope. Flicking his tail.
It always looks as though he's in not the best of moods.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, that's very disappointing for Robert.
Well, he won't be in the best of moods now either.
No. In fact, Robert will probably look like Kalusha now.
Through on Springfield, though.
Well, that's one of the favourites out for the jump off, and he's had the last as well.
So, 2 down for Robert Smith and Kalusha, so I'm afraid they go out.
And he just didn't go high enough at the wall. He gave it a right old smack with his front leg. Very uncharacteristic.
Well, very exciting jump off in prospect. Ellen Whittaker in there with her rides. 3 rides, in fact. Laura Rennick, she'll be a quick one. Daniel Nielsen, one of the young pretenders in for the challenge.
Well, Robert Smith finishing that first round. 13 have gone through out of a field of 40 riders. Join us for the jump off after this break. Well, welcome back to Arena UK. The atmosphere in this fantastic arena is electric. We've just seen some wonderful performances in that first round to this Grand Prix. Out of a field of 40, 13 have gone through to this jump off. All the names that you would expect are there. Ellen Whittaker has 3 rides in. Jeff Luckett has 3 rides in. We see Robert Smith there. And of course, we have our Olympic rider, Ben Mayer, through to this jump off. We join the action right now. Here's our commentator, Steve.
Thank you very much, Suzanne. Yes, heralding a very exciting jump off for this Arena UK Grand Prix. And a young lady with 3 in it. Won a big Grand Prix a few weeks ago. Can she add another? Ellen Whittaker, the first of her rides. Ashdale Futuro.
Now I wonder if she'll put a banker in and go for a clear on this horse. soon proved me wrong.
That answers
Very
that one. We're off.
Oh! Well, she did a very tight turn after the first fence and then just rubbed the front rail of that Oxer going into the double. And against the clock, these are now very big fences. Some of these verticals, this one especially, 1.60 m, 5'3". Bit of a kick in a buck. Back to a big wall, also 1.60 m, and then should be 6 strides or maybe 5 to the big Oxer to finish.
Well, 2 down for Ellen Whittaker. Ashdale Futuro, the first of her 3 rides in this jump-off.
And there's him just rubbing the front bar of that parallel off with his front legs, and a big kick out over the second part.
Well, now to a combination that could be very quick indeed. Jeff Luckett and Monline. Jeff, former Speedway rider, and is always foot to the floor.
It'd be useful being a Speedway rider because he's always throwing his head around, and very difficult to ride horses that do this. But Jeff, where are you going, Jeff? I thought he was leaving early, but he stayed on.
Jeff has always had some of the trickier rides.
You have to be sharp on this horse. You can't sit there and do nothing or you will be on the floor, but he's jumping exceptionally well and clean. And Jeff is doing what I said earlier about Ellen. I think he's putting a banking round in. Make sure he's clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Whoop.
Yep. I think that time will be beat.
40.15. Jeff Luckett sets the pace with Monline. Probably beaten by himself. We wait and see. Now to Billy Toomey, Je T'aime Flamenco. Great to see him back in the saddle. Had a very nasty fall early on in the season. Certainly back and riding with relish, out to win.
Went round the flowers. Ellen went inside those, if you remember, but she had 8 faults. Oh, big jump over the parallel. Oh, I think Billy was trying to get inside that rustic Oxer then, but had a bit of a problem.
Bit of a difference of opinion.
Yeah, tight turn to the wall. Oh, and paid the penalty. Good round apart from that though, Steve.
Yes, very big jump over the last. Just the one down. 4 faults, 36.10 for Billy Toomey and Je T'aime Flamenco.
Here he goes and just whacks it behind.
Well, now to Robert Smith. Robert with Mr. Springfield with £8,000 to the winner. Robert's not going to be holding back on this one.
He'll be definitely inside the flowers. At the angle. Dropped short.
Just went to the left-hand side.
Oh. Well, there's an unexpected event.
I was going to say, just went to the left-hand side of the first fence to give himself a bit more room on the turn, didn't he? But
he would have been,
they're 2 down.
He would have definitely been one of the bookies' favourites, but he's out with 2 fences down so far. He won't be taking the £8,000 in first prize money home. Jumps a difficult wall. And the big parallel. Yep. But notice everybody's been faster than Jeff Luckett at the moment. But they've had the fences down. You've got to clear these fences.
Yeah, that time 37.79. Down goes the double. Now to Ellen Whittaker once again. This time with Ocolado. Now, as you say, the time can be beaten. It's leaving the fences up. And I think this first fence is becoming crucial.
It certainly is. Exactly the same as the first horse inside the flowers. Oh! Well, she had the first part down with her other horse and the second part down with this.
Are they just coming down there a little bit too quickly, or what is it?
I think what it is that you've got so many good riders and fast riders against the clock. I think they're trying to set a time that's going to be unbeatable and making mistakes. I think at the end of the day that they've just got to go to beat the time that's in the lead at the moment, because some of these people could easily beat the current time but are having fences down by trying to go too fast.
Just trying a little bit too hard. 8 faults is the total for Ellen Whittaker. 2 down for her. Jeff Luckett, his next ride. Little Lefany. As we talked about earlier on, a little horse. This could be the one.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see what Jeff does. I think he'll go faster on this. Will he clear this bogey fence? Oh, he's done it. He's going much faster than his first horse. Oh, and he came inside the parallel, but unfortunately had the front bar back of the fence before.
First one to have that one.
Now, whether he had that down because he tried to get that turn, I don't know, but it was a good round apart from that, and much quicker than his first horse.
Yeah, she'd look at the times now, 36.50, 1 down, full faults for Jeff Luckett.
Now he turns inside the parallel here, and look how late falling that pole was.
Right on the turn over the fence. Ben Mayer now, Robin Hood W. His big jumping horse. Took a very big Grand Prix earlier on in the season, the British Masters, with this one.
Well, Ben could have a very good problem here, and it could be wasting time going so high over the fences, but believe you me, any rider doesn't mind that. Look at the height he gets. This is a real exciting horse for championships in the future. And I think Ben's doing the right thing. He's just going to keep... It's gone! Oh, I put the voodoo on him again. I was just saying he was just going at a nice pace just to beat the one in the lead, but unfortunately he just came down on the back of the wall. Back legs again, look. Oh, and he just falls.
Well, it's changing all the time. Ben going into second place there. Daniel Nielsen, Mylena 8, just that one clear at this stage. Jeff playing the option.